Hey, this is Jordan from Rapido Train Sync, and
How's it going, eh?
what are you doing here? Are you going to come to talk about that
I'm
shirt?
showing off my shirt. Redbubble.com/Kingston Sub. Isn't it a beauty? Look at this.
Do you have any
1976
Amtrak
accommodation
stuff on there?
No, Matt won't let me. But
Okay.
anyway, but lots of cool Via vintage stuff there.
All right,
and
go
stuff.
check it out.
Okay, yeah, we're
right.
here to talk about Cabbages.
Cabbages, our latest release of Amtrak Cabbages, or Non-Powered Control Units, NPCUs. That is a
What's this doing
Metra.
here?
That is a Metra
That's not a cabbage at all.
F40PHM-2.
But I have to say, this is actually more cabbage shaped than that is.
It's Winnebago shaped.
Yeah, well, but it's round.
But I put it on the table because these are going to be shipping in April, along with
Yes.
the F40PHM-2s
And a whole bunch of other stuff.
the NPCUs.
You know, I had cabbage
Check
rolls
together.
for my birthday. They were really good. Yeah,
Smell it on your breath.
That was a while back.
Yeah. Anyways, our NPCUs are arriving in April. We've just got them, the samples here at Rapido headquarters, and they're really cool. We've got a whole bunch of new ones, new road numbers, and some new details we haven't done before. We've got some new roof panels. We've got smooth panels. We've got the diamond tread panels. We've got different styles. We've got the ones where they actually just plated out the fan over the dynamic brakes there. We've got other different details too. That's the Downeaster. You can see we've got the new bell. That is the unique bell that's on the Downeaster units. It was retrofitted on there.
There, it looks like a Canadian bell.
It's
So you know why they put that bell there?
Snow.
That's right, because you can't put the bell under the pilot when the snow gets up there.
Exactly.
And
Well,
messes
it's
it all
Maine, so it's
exactly.
It's like Ontario. It's 8 months of the year.
It's like it's Canada southeast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Technically, it's directly east of here, and
that's a
slightly
good point.
northeast too.
I went through there on the train until they canceled it.
Oh, that's a shame. 1994.
Yeah, I went through 93.
Damn, the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Anywho, so the NPCUs, we do have some, not all of them, but we have a few still available to pre-order, and they're going to be shipping in April. So you'll want to get your orders in because it's going to be a long time before we run these again. Probably like 8 or 10 years.
Yeah, a long time. So we're shipping everything in April.
Yeah.
We haven't shipped anything since January 2025.
If you want to see the list of things that are shipping in April, just go to our newsletter and it's
Save your pennies.
Save your pennies.
You got to buy everything in April.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't unbox the locomotive.
Oh, geez. Okay. I thought we were just looking at these ones.
Yeah, we got to unbox it.
Oh,
I forgot about the most important one.
All right, here
This
we
is
go.
Veterans
We're
Unit
unboxing.
9208. Coincidentally, Amtrak just put this unit up for auction because it was in a wreck a few years ago.
Yeah.
And it's available
No,
now.
we're not buying it. We're not buying it. We're not buying it. Okay,
probably
so
cheap.
we've got, we're not buying it. We have a beautiful manual put together by our own team. That's generally Paul.
I hope it was our
Paul
own
who
team.
takes the lead on that. We now fill empty pages with pretty pictures. Isn't that
That's
great?
also a Craig Walker photo.
Beauty.
It is.
Craig,
Wonderful shot.
another Rapido friend. And then we've got, oh, look at this.
We've got stickers. We've got new stickers.
I think this applies to me very well.
You haven't seen that one?
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know that if you go to Quebec today on the Highway 20, the sign for Coteau Station still has F units? In fact, a lot of signs across Canada still have F units
Exactly.
as their station sign. Okay, let's
Moving
keep
on.
going. Oh, this is beautiful.
There's two
Wonderful.
Veterans Unit, and we've done
Wonderful.
both of them.
This is a work of art.
One of them is
Wow.
still in service in Chicago today, actually.
Amazing, amazing. I think it's wonderful that we have veterans units. We don't have the same thing on VIA, and I think that's something we truly do.
CP did some nice units.
Yeah, we got to salute our veterans because for their service. This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Look at the different screen waving in and out there of the gold. It's just gorgeous.
The ribbon.
That's what I'm looking for. Ribbon.
Yes, the ribbon.
Yeah. So that's what you got. A beautiful paint job, beautiful crisp printing. As you can notice, we have all the separate metal grab irons by the factory. We've got strobe lights. We got the air conditioning on top.
Yep.
We have a little bit of foam in the rear because I didn't take it out.
Because you're a foamer.
Yeah, I am a foamer. That's going to protect your rear walkway stuff. Very, very, very nice. And of course, all the underbody detail. Not that we're using a lot of it in a Cabbage,
No, most of it's been decommissioned, but
it's just still hanging there.
Yep.
Yeah, so there it is.
And on that note, these models are powered. If you're hauling your AM fleets or your Horizons, and you've got a big train, and you want
Well,
some
the
extra
Horizons,
power,
if they're Rapido Horizons, roll
they roll very well.
beautifully.
Yes.
If you're running AM sleds from one of any number of manufacturers, they roll like a sled that is on a dry
Exactly.
concrete level surface.
Yes. And they come with some awesome sounds too.
They
like
do
the
have
sound of the wind passing over the car body.
No. Yeah, I think you've been breaking wind too much lately, and it's just affecting your brain. You're addled with wind. Anyway, those of you who are asking about why these things are powered, okay, truthfully, If you look at all the detail level here, we were long past the days of a one shell, one blob underbody, handful of parts, so you had powered and dummy models offered. With all of the level of detail that we include in our model, so you've got the underbody detail, all the this is all have to be installed, these separate grab irons, everything, the ladder rests, all installed at the factory. So the only real difference in cost is the cost of the motor and the circuit board, which isn't a huge amount.
It's like $8.
Whatever it is, so it's not a lot of amount. So no one wants to spend like $200 and something on a dummy. So that's why we don't offer dummies. But you do want the power, because a lot of Amtrak equipment, more modern equipment from other manufacturers, doesn't roll very well. There you go.
We should do AM sleds.
Why
aren't sleddy?
Why is this here again?
Because we're shipping them at the same time.
Yeah, but it's not a Cabbage. This video is not about
it's a
the
Winnebago.
Winnebagos.
It's a Metra F40PHM-2.
Do you ever think that we'd be able to make a ready-to-run model of a Winnebago?
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And this tooling was pretty much, Jeff did a bang-up job. He pretty much new tooling from the ground up. For
Unfortunately, they had more than one body style. So
yes.
it cost us a bit of a mint. But we will always do that.
But they're virtually sold out. So that means we'll have to come back.
No, they're sold out.
They are sold out. So that means we'll have to come back in a little while for a new run.
Yeah.
Do the standard cabs. Got a lot of F40s we have to do.
What about the ones, was it in Chicago that had that weird box front to their E8? We should do that.
The Crandall cab?
Yeah.
The CNWs?
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah.
We could do the AB6, the Rock Island AB6.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
It was a B unit that had a cab on the front.
I feel like
essentially
animal agreeing
Although
with
it was an
everything. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
if you have any suggestions, put them in the comments, because he's approving everything right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want an Ingalls 4S, he's approving it. All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
get your NPC orders in today, because they're not going to last very long, and they're going to ship in April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's enough for this video. You have an interview in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Lunatics!